Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles in Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Khorasan Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
It's a good show.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you?
Population 2.
Yes.
We've got 2 people on the show. They are both hilarious comedians, and they are friends of ours, and they have a new comedy special on Netflix.
And a new baby.
And we're friends of each other.
You guys are friends of each other.
And we're dumb.
Yes. Natasha Leggero.
And Moshe Kasher. Thank you for joining us.
You guys, I'm so happy to have you both on this show together. Moshe, you've done this show.
I've done this show.
You know how this goes.
I do.
Natasha, and we'll get to your special later because it is kick-ass coming out on Netflix today.
This
thing drops.
It be dropping today.
It be dropping today.
If you're in a town and you're a dumb person, you're going to love our special.
No, here's what you're going to do. You're going to stream it, and then you're going to give it 5 freaking stars, and you're going to tell everyone to go watch it because it's really one of the most interesting ways to present comedy.
We'll get to that later, Jay. There's a whole dumb world out there that is for our taking, and the fact that we have both these guys here.
We don't want to waste our time.
Right.
The world is getting dumber. We know that. Or dumb is fighting smart, and dumb's just got dumb strength.
Okay.
Dumb is winning.
I would argue that we're all becoming dumb.
We're getting dumber.
We're all becoming dumb.
Of course. We were at a yoga class yesterday, and like the woman checking us in was working on the app, trying to figure out how we could all sign in from her phone, and it took like 15 minutes.
And you had to then just go through a bunch of her junk emails?
And we're like at a yoga class trying to like relax and get away from our phone. So it's like this distraction is everywhere, permeating our lives.
So the phone makes you smarter by giving you more facts, but dumber by...
Because we don't know how to use it.
It's not covered
if
for
we
you.
would have just signed in on a piece of paper, then we could have just like got on with the class.
You would have been yogiing.
The early yogis would have you just sign in on a piece of paper. They first invented yoga.
I like that he makes her
and
laugh.
then if it was Bikram, he'd sexually harass a woman. Dan, how
He'd
are
make
you?
you sign in on his dick.
That's called Wild Wild Country.
What were you going to say?
Bikram was also really into Rolls Royces.
Oh, yes.
He was.
He flirted with me
Bhagwan.
once.
Bhagwan
Bikram
the
flirted with you?
Osho.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Where? When?
At his class.
What did he say to you?
He was just like, how are you doing? Or I don't know.
Whoa, don't do the voice.
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 You do that voice.
You did
Even
it
though
right.
he has a strong accent, he was like, how are you doing?
By the way, your Indian accent would sound like Bela Lugosi. How are you doing? I'm from Bengal.
Wasn't it last time Moshe was in the town? He kept talking like a person who was deaf, and we kept being like, we cannot make
do
those
that. You're
jokes.
like, my parents were deaf, so this is how we do this.
Yeah.
I want you to suck my blood.
That was Bikram,
No,
right?
Bikram was like, I want you to suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Sign in on my dick.
Oh, Bikram.
Come on, Daniel.
Dan,
you got a story.
There we go.
We got stories.
Yes.
Let's do it.
This story was sent in so so many. I'm guessing somewhere around 100 townies.
So what happens is, Natasha, we get stories sent to us by our awesome fans, and then Dan breaks them down.
I've
We've never
heard
heard
the
them.
show.
Right.
Sent
Every
in by,
week we have a ritual. We sit around. we take our newborn baby.
Yeah.
We sit around our fire.
The old-time radio.
And we crank up the old time radio. We plug in our iPod. Because we like to keep it old school.
Okay.
And we crank up DPT.
It's
Yeah.
a little fireside chat.
Well, this was sent in by Forever the Sickest Tweets, which is, I mean, you're confident in yourself.
Pretty dope.
It's like the Grand Canyon.
It's pretty deaf.
At very stupid man, very underscore stupid underscore
Love it.
man.
Underscores in general. I mean,
I know.
Why bother?
I can't underscore that enough.
4 underscore and 7 years ago.
4 underscore and
I love it.
I'm going to read you guys the headline.
Yes.
Florida duo, one in a bull costume, tried to burn down a home with ragu.
Okay, now as a duo, Jason and I take offense to that. Why are they suddenly considered a duo?
and why do we have the brand of the pasta sauce?
That better be accurate or you're getting paid for it.
Very funny though. Of all the information, she's like, "Why brand it?"
Yeah, a little too on the nose.
You're getting like free advertising there, ragu.
A Florida man received an alert on his phone last week at work. Intruders had covered a surveillance camera at his home with a towel, so he called 911. Behind the towel, a bizarre vengeance-based
Behind the Towel,
crime.
by the way, was a name for this stand-up special for your upcoming special. Behind the Towel.
Funny, it's actually also the name of the documentary about Bikram's sexual harassment. Behind the Towel.
Behind the towel. A bizarre vengeance-based crime unfolded involving a bull onesie and an arson attempt using a pot of boiling spaghetti sauce.
Ragu.
What sauce was that?
Derek Irving and John Silva arrested on March 13th by Volusia? How do you say it, guys? I don't know.
Volusia.
County
I'm
Sheriff's
almost shocked that they're
deputies.
not brothers. Like, this does seem like a dumb brother hatching scheme.
Why are they a duo?
I don't know. They broke
because
into
they're
the home
both
of
doing this.
They broke into a home.
in
They're like
a-
Bonnie and Clyde.
Sorry, they're in a one-piece bull costume.
Yeah.
Yes.
You automatically become a duo when
Yeah.
you're in a bull
But
costume.
also,
together.
that sounds like a practical joke.
Yes. And who was like,
It's pronounced
Let's go-
Sal Volcano. Or whatever.
let's go get this guy?
Sal.
And somebody's like, let me get my bull onesie on.
Yeah,
Like-
the bull onesie makes it fun.
Maybe he had to already be wearing the bull onesie.
Yeah.
Like they
You
were
guys, a
drunk.
bull onesie isn't a thing.
Why not?
Yeah,
Bull
it is.
onesie?
A onesie
Yeah.
that's a bull.
Thing.
You call it a onesie?
Yeah,
a
like
onesie's like for a baby.
Oh, you mean like a bull costume?
No, but I think it's an adult.
Yeah.
No, I think it's an adult size onesie. You know they have onesies where it's like a tiger and onesies where it's
Yeah,
like a bear.
yeah, yes.
This is one. It's a onesie that is a bull.
Why are they both in it?
No, he's only one of them's
Only
in it.
one,
The other
okay.
one's just along for the show.
I
Okay.
gotcha. He's a matador. He's got.
So then
Yeah, he's luring him in
So then-
to the house.
So that comes back to the question: why are they a duo? if they're both not in the costume, I don't think they qualify as a duo.
Derek Irving and Shane Silva, arrested on March 13th, broke into the home of a man Irving had previously dated to steal a flat screen television and other items.
So this is a gay crime.
I get it. This
Yes.
is classic gay community stuff.
I mean,
This happens in every gay community around the world.
right.
Somebody's in a bull costume. Somebody's in a matador costume.
I'm surprised he wasn't even in a bear costume.
Well,
Yeah,
it
no.
sounds to me the bull costume onesie, it's more like baby stuff. Like he's dressed as a baby.
So he likes to be infantilized.
Oh, that's what you think? Oh, like it's a little.
That's
Well,
part
if
of the
one
thing.
person is in a onesie and
Who wants to go burn down a house?
Who's a good boy?
I mean, it's certainly not burning down a house. Clothes.
Clothing.
No,
yeah.
it's not.
It's not.
Okay, let me ask you this. And Natasha, you have fantastic fashion sense. What would you wear to burn down a house?
Great question.
Definitely a mask.
Like you're like an avocado mask, or
Like
like
yeah, a ski mask.
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The reason, Natasha, that you're talking like
And
this,
all black.
the reason you're talking like this and making these
'Cause it's
choices
slimming, it looks
fashion-wise
good.
is straight up heterosexual cis-normative privilege. Like straight up. This is what they're doing is the way that the queer community does
that's right.
arson.
It's the way-
It's with a bull costume. It's with spaghetti sauce. That's
And they
what
have
they
fought
do.
too long and too hard for you to tell them how they should do their fires.
Don't tell them how to burn down a house.
This is their Italian Stonewall.
They set a pot of spaghetti sauce on the stove with a washcloth on the burner in hopes of starting a fire to cover up the burglary.
And this was all for like a $300 TV?
It seems so.
Jeez.
See, this is what happens in Dumb People Town, where you're like, what? So many times we're like, why would this person do that in order to achieve this?
What state is this?
Florida.
Is that equality that we're able to sit here and be like, oh, the gay man is dumb also in this moment?
Yes.
Like, we can just give him the shit that he deserves, because that's the dumbest thing ever.
Like
Well, I don't think this crime is about him being gay.
It isn't,
No.
but at the same time, we're not.
That's what makes
we're not
it
handling it
normalized.
with kid gloves.
It's not about him being gay at all.
It's about
It's about
being
a breakup
dumb
and a TV that you wanted and a bull onesie you were waiting to wear.
and a horrible plan.
Do they have the brand of the TV? Like maybe it's worth $5,000. Well, I'm just thinking
My
like.
hope
If they
is
said
that it's-
ragu, why didn't they say
It's a ragu TV.
That's what they were
I was
referencing.
wondering if if it was
Ragu.
worth it.
It's probably a Westinghouse or a Sanyo.
It's
Because TVs can fluctuate in price.
sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
From now
now
with the new trade tariffs, they're going to go, well.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Dumb People Town does not need to be getting political, okay?
Someone weaponized our podcast here. Wow.
Quote: He was trying to make. This is what the victim asked. He was trying to make it look like I left the stove on, but who gets up at 2 a.m. and fixes Sketti?
Sketti, he didn't.
No.
Okay, so the fact that he said Sketti,
Now I understand
burn
why
that fucking house
Yeah,
down.
burn him to the ground.
fact that
I
he said,
thought children said that.
They don't. They don't even.
I've never heard of an adult
I'm now
saying
not
that.
believing he's gay. I don't think I can imagine
The victim?
a gay man saying Sketti.
Sketti,
You know,
yeah.
Sketti.
I feel like he.
Pescetti?
Sketti.
He asked who gets up at 2 a.m. and fixes Sketti.
How does he spell Sketti?
Well, in the paper, it's Sketti. Now, I listened to a news report, and to me, it sounded like he said Pescetti.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But they went
That
with
would be
Sketti.
so humiliating to write P-S-K-E-T-T-I.
You're saying humiliating for the reporter.
Yeah. Pescetti.
It's also probably not their first day writing articles about people's actions.
No, but that is a hard word.
That is a
Yeah,
hard
it's
one.
Sketti. So Sketti. This was asked by the
Scud.
victim, who had left for work at 2 that morning. To which I say, if you're getting up for work at 2, then you are a person who would make
You
spaghetti
may
at 2
well
in the
make
morning.
Sketti.
You know
Yeah.
who is this guy's making his lunch for later that day?
What's his job?
They don't say. When officers responding to the 7 a.m. 911 call. Okay, so
Who calls 911?
That's
Who calls a 11 Kenny? Who calls emergency? I'm not calling emergency services.
A neen or 11.
7 a.m., that means, to me, that denotes the possible bull onesie. These guys had partied all night.
Yeah.
This is meth.
Right.
This is so meth.
So meth.
It's either 7 a.m. when 911 the call pulled in. Silva and Irving were near the home when a car got to the victim's house.
So they're watching it burn.
Yeah, they want to hang around and watch this.
They found an empty jar of ragu spaghetti sauce in the duo's getaway car. So it is.
You gotta ditch that evidence, guys.
That's what you call a smoking pot.
Smoking
They found the smoking jar.
I thought meth just made you want to clean and kiss
No,
people
if you
and-
do it, kiss people.
Or doesn't
That's
it make
Molly. I think that's Molly.
That's Molly.
You know, when I'm really high on meth, I just want to find a soulmate.
There
and
were
just
all
kiss
those
them.
makeout scenes in
I've
Breaking
never done
Bad.
it.
You never done meth?
No.
Has anybody here done
Never
meth?
No.
done it.
Never.
Have you done it?
I have, yeah.
And how
And-
was it?
It's not for me.
Is it makes your head scratch, right? Or itch?
Head scratch? No,
Like
I don't. No, I don't know. Maybe it makes you think a lot, and you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
on
then
the
if you do
onesie.
it long enough, what happens is you go into meth and do psychosis, and you
Yeah.
start having all these violent, not to make this dark, but all these super mega awful horrible murder type crimes you hear about
Are meth
is
induced.
all at the tail end of a 2-week meth run where
Oh,
reality
really?
starts to bend.
Yeah.
Kind of
Right.
thing.
You lose your ability to
Somebody's
make
told me
regular
once,
decisions.
don't do drugs that make you forget you did a drug. Only do drugs where you can be like, I did drugs.
Well, there's actually
That's why I feel this way.
When people freak out on psychedelics, the main technique for talking them down, if you're one of these people that helps people come down, is to just say, "You're on a drug. This is temporary." Because
Right.
the main illusion that you're under is that
I'll never come out
I'm
of it.
never coming
Never
out of
coming
it.
out of
I
it.
forgot I'm on a drug.
Yeah.
This is reality.
Yeah.
Right. And they you just drill it. You're on a drug.
You're on a drug.
This'll
You're
end.
fine.
Yeah.
This will end.
You're on a drug. You're just dumping ragu sauce
That's
all over.
You're in a bull onesie.
For reasons, this is literally the next sentence. For reasons unknown, Irving wore a bowl onesie during the incident. which took place in DeLand, Florida, north of Orlando.
He also had a pacifier
Yes.
and diapers
Yeah.
on. and-
Right.
Yeah.
Boop,
He had a
boop.
rattle in his asshole.
A deputy investigating the incident entered the house, turned off the pot of spaghetti or scatty sauce, and extinguished the smoking washcloth. It was apparent the spaghetti sauce was retrieved from the open kitchen cabinets, so close the cabinets, guys. This isn't fucking Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Poured it into a pot and turned it on high with the washcloth near the burner, according to the sheriff's report.
Let me just tell you, this has been a tough year for police morale, and hearing this story is like a real inspiration to the honorable men and women in uniform.
that's right.
For doing the hard work of I couldn't do that. Walk into a kitchen, turn the burner off,
You never know.
put a little water.
You know
on
what
top
you
of
also
the smoking
couldn't do,
water.
Moshe?
I can't do
That's
that.
protocol.
Moshe also couldn't close the cabinet.
Domestic
Now it got
dispute.
personal. It just
That was
got
good.
personal.
No, she didn't
Moshe has
the-
never closed a drawer or a cabinet
in his life. And
ever.
Natasha,
You're
where
an
does
open
he-
walkaway guy?
I am.
Open walk away.
But you know, tell
And,
them
that,
about
and you
your
didn't
dad.
know that bothered you until this started happening.
Oh no, I've known for a while.
Tell
My
what your
dad was just staying with us, and he heard me talking about it.
She
and then
does this in her stand-up. She,
Yeah.
she
And my-
character assassinates me on stage.
Fantastic.
my dad came up to me. He's like, "You're right. Moshe just went in there to make us tea, and every single drawer and cabinet's open."
What is that about, Moshe?
He wants us to look like a haunting.
Well, it's pretty hard to shut a drawer.
It really, in its defense, it
Don't
is super
ask
hard.
him to do, you know.
I mean,
It
here's
does
the
take
thing.
that one push with
I
his
believe,
finger.
in the same way that I believe that this man in a bull outfit was a sort of metaphor for where he was, trapped, feeling bestial and
Yeah.
out of control.
That's right.
I believe in the physical metaphor.
Sure.
So to me,
Keep
leaving
it
the
open.
cabinet open is like
Leaving
honey,
the conversation
I'm
open. I'm
to
open
you.
book, yeah.
Come in. You know.
Yeah, but how does that explain where you leave your wool socks? You can tell him where he leaves his wool socks. Where does he leave his wool
Oh,
socks?
by the bread?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the bread. All right.
You don't need to do that.
Wait, I have a question though
yes.
about this article.
Yes.
How do we know that the duo it wasn't just making spaghetti?
Ooh.
Because
wow.
they said that they just put it in the thing and then left it there.
Yeah.
I suppose they could have.
Because it seems to me like they could have been like, "We're hungry.
Yeah.
He's at work. Let's make some food," and then that happened.
If I'm their lawyer,
Brown
that
over
is
here.
my defense.
That is your that you just laid out.
They
a
are
perfect
not. This arson charge we can get rid of.
That's what they
Attempted
call
arson.
the classic Sketti defense.
Yes.
In addition to the flat screen television, Irving and Silva also took a window air condition unit. That's a. Why tax yourself with like heavy labor?
Have you ever tried to lift one of those? Those are the
my
heaviest
God.
things ever.
a vacuum and a heater?
Wow.
Now they used to date, so
Almost
I'm just picturing the scene from.
$300 worth of technology.
I'm just picturing
And
the scene from The
technology
Jerk.
is like a stretch to call it that.
Wait, it's also funny to steal an air conditioner and a heater. You could
Right.
steal neither; they cancel each other out. and
You're
nothing
good, right? Irving,
By the way, and how many people are using heaters in Florida?
Irving, that's a great question. Irving told deputies that he and Silva broke into the home because he was angry about something related to his past relationship with the victim. The victim told the station he was stunned. I read it wrong. Literally, just straight up read it wrong. Stunned because he had helped Irving financially after the breakup.
I bought him a bull onesie. What more does he want?
He's using it against me.
The victim says this, quote, "It started out as a relationship that lasted about a week. Quote, I've let him use my car for 4 months. Maybe he's angry about that. Or maybe he's angry because I gave him $150 to fix his teeth.
This dude, it is mad.
This guy,
mad.
wait, you evolving in that relationship where you're using the things that they shouldn't be angry about to say maybe he's angry about this.
Oh, yes, of
Or
course.
maybe Life's angry that I wake up every morning and make breakfast and lunch
If
for
I'm the cop,
kids.
I go, maybe he's angry that you're qualifying the relationship as being only 1 week.
This guy doesn't have any right to be upset.
Maybe he's mad that I was loving and caring for a week in his life. Maybe he's really upset about that.
Then the victim says this
Well,
quote.
I don't think
Go
he
ahead,
doesn't
Mike.
have any right to be upset. I mean, this is classic. They made a saying about this.
I know.
You mess with the bull,
You
you're
gotta get the onesie.
I mean,
The onesie.
Oh, you're going to get the onesie.
you're gonna get the one, the soft, the plush horns.
Quote, this is the last quote from the victim. Quote, I'm from Kentucky. I've never seen anger like that. To which I...
You're gay and from Kentucky and you've never
he
seen
should get a
anyone-
book deal. Yeah. Good quote.
I think this is the preface to Hillbilly Elegy. I think.
This is the forward.
I'm from Kentucky and I've never seen anger like that.
Yes.
I mean, that's what's amazing about the Hillbilly Elegy. The forward is actually backwards.
I'm gonna ask you guys this. How old is
Okay.
Derek Irving, the man who wore the bull onesie?
Oh,
I'm
Now,
going to say 24.
24
right out of the
years old.
gates. Straight out the gates.
I say 46.
46.
My
Moshe.
age.
Yeah,
Jesus.
my age too. Jesus.
Wait, you guys are the same age?
Yes.
You guys do a podcast together? and
Wait,
you're the
what's
same age?
your when's
That's
each
cool.
of your birthdays?
Same.
All right, I'm going to say 33.
33.
The age
Jason.
Jesus was when he died.
I'm going to say 39.
39.
24, 46, 33, 39.
Okay. The man wearing the bull onesie, Derek Irving, is, get your answers in home, friends, 36 years old.
Oh, in between us.
Between me and Jay.
And you have to, we will get out of here on this. You guys just have to see the photo.
Is he in the onesie?
The dude,
No.
the dude on the right is the one who did not wear the onesie, but he looks like Wreck-It Ralph's like white trash brother.
Oh my God.
Wait, so who's the ex-boyfriend?
The man on the left, Derek Irving, is
yeah.
is here.
That guy's
African-American dude.
36?
Yeah.
He
Looks
looks
good.
56.
I was going to say it looks good.
Math, not even once.
Look at
Put
that.
this up
I
on
mean,
the Dumb People
look
Town
at that
Facebook page.
pair.
I know.
I mean, now I get the duo.
And I know
language.
you'll see this, townies. You'll see this photo. They're obviously holding their hands up, being sworn in, but it looks like they're waving to the camera in the saddest
It also
way.
looks like Irving
They
is.
should get a development deal. 'cause
Yeah.
They,
They look like the
so
reverse of Robin
interesting.
Big.
Yeah. No, the guy Irving just looks like he's saying, "Excuse me." Okay. Excuse me. All right,
That's
there we go.
story one.
Story one, down in the books. We've got Natasha and Moshe here. We'll hear about their amazing 3-part special on Netflix right after the break. It's Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes and companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. I want to talk to you guys about this special because I love it. I love anything that feels original and unique, and this does. You guys are two of my favorite comedians, and you teamed up for a 3-part
You
special.
guys are a duo, and without the bull onesie.
Yeah, we teamed up. We decided to get together to do a special, and we did a sham marriage, a long con sham marriage.
That was to set this Netflix.
We got all our
episode.
friends to send us to Bora Bora.
So smart.
It's a great setup.
We're so excited. It's super cool. It's just like you said. There's so many specials now that it almost feels like you have to have a gimmick, like I don't know, like being with your twin. Or
Yeah,
something
something
like
dumb.
that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Something stupid like that.
No,
yeah.
so I do 25 minute or about half
30.
hour. Moshe does 30, and then together.
It's a 3-episode stand-up. It's one special, 3 episodes.
And then the third episode is Moshe and I come out together, Sonny and Cher style, do
Yeah.
a little performance,
and
then
we just start roasting couples.
make fun of people who come on stage.
I love
Moshe
that
is-
so much.
It's
Moshe
live
Cher.
relationship counseling
Yeah,
that
I'm the
turns
Cher.
into.
I'm the Cher of this relationship. For sure.
Forgive me if this reveals any ignorance, but had either one of you done
who is
any
Been professional therapists?
But who is
yes.
Cher?
we both
Who
have
is
Cher. Which one is Cher?
done any like duo stand-up work together with anybody else
Is this the
before
first time
this?
you've come on
I
stage
don't really call
together?
it duo stand-up work. I call
Oh,
it more just like
But
we're
like
a
shared the
couple.
stand-up stage with another
Performed with
person and
another
like.
I mean, me and Brett Weinbach, like
Yeah,
my ex Brett Weinbach,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
Natasha.
Your
Brett
first wife,
Weinbach.
yes.
I don't
First
share
one.
the stage with anyone.
No, you
Except
don't.
I made an exception. For
That's so
Moshe.
nice of you.
It's mostly just because I don't want anyone to see how short I am. Because if they come stand next to me, then
Yeah,
It's
it's
revealed.
like you don't want that to.
But-
actually
Tom
be
Cruise
revealed.
says the same thing.
Moshe sat on a chair and then I
on a-
stood.
the whole time, and
time.
you stood, made you stand.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys record it?
At the North Door in Austin, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Fantastic.
great, and the special's great.
Same audience for all three.
No, we did. Well, we did, as you know, we did 2 tapings.
Right.
And all three. It's one show.
One show.
It's
So
the show.
you came out, then she came, or she came out, then you came out, and then you both came out together.
Yeah, it's a show that we have been doing as a tour.
That's right.
We actually started it as a tour, not really ever having designs on making it into a special, but it kind of.
Well, it was a series on Comedy Central Digital.
It was more of a documentary series on Comedy Central's website at first, but it was not about the stand-up. It was really about the travel and and the roasting a little bit. And then Netflix approached us, and so they wanted to do a special together. And I think you're right. Like, there's so many specials out. In some way, I can't even believe anybody cares about stand-up anymore, because it's like, how many times can one person stand up and say his or her thoughts for an hour? So this is something new.
Except that then you can also say the same thing about music. Like,
I know,
how can
right?
anyone listen to music anymore? Or how can, I say this, how can someone love so many bands? And the truth is, you have an infinite space in your heart for art. And I think I'm excited to see this special. I think everyone is going to love it.
And it's great that it's streaming, because I don't have anything streaming on Netflix. So,
well, there you go. Now you guys are
any
streaming
of my
on Netflix.
fans who would like to see my stand-up comedy,
You can see it whenever you want, and you can, and please see it and give it like 5 stars. That's just what
for
they
sure.
need.
Also,
And
I
give
don't
it-
think they do that anymore.
They don't do reviews?
I don't know if they
Stars.
do.
Now it's just about like what percentage things match with you.
Oh,
But
great.
the other thing about the special is it's really both of Natasha's pregnant, and I'm obviously
Pregnant with great thoughts.
pregnant with profundity.
He's dealing with me.
But we're both at this sort of. I think it's kind of cool thematically, this reckoning with the next chapter of our lives. That's
because
what a lot of
we
stand-up
both
is
waited
about.
so long to have kids, and
Yeah.
we're kind of reluctant.
Right.
I remember talking to you, and you were like on the fence, like, I don't know about Moshe. No, you were like, I don't know about having kids. And
No,
that,
she was literally on the fence trying to get rid of the baby.
Yeah, that's
hopping up and down on the top of
that's
the fence.
terrible. Barbed wire
Yeah.
fence was weird. But look, the baby came, and you know what's so great is that someday this baby will watch this when it's a grown person
And be like, fuck you.
I
What did I
can't believe
come
my
from?
parents were this crazy.
Yeah, what did I
Well,
come
I mean,
from?
she's so cute, and I had no idea she was going to be like that, because we were really kind of roasting her while she was little.
That's the beginning of your kids rebelling against you. You thought you could roast her, and then she came out and she was so cute that she made you
Yes.
feel
Well,
bad.
that was
made
a
you feel
joke. In reality, a joke that's in the special, but it's true, was that right when we were really ramping up for the special, we were getting on. You know, they have those email lists. They go like, "Your baby's at this."
Yes, they
it's
tell you
this
where your
stage.
baby's at, right.
And it was like right as we really started ramping up, we got this email that was like, "Now it's starting to hear your voice in the womb." It's like right when we were doing these like hardcore like
Mean jokes about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well,
That's
look,
fine.
man, I'm so excited for all the great things you guys have, including just being parents. I think that will open you, as parents ourselves, that will open you guys up in comedy and in a way of like, I'm excited to see how both of you
Deal with it
and approach it, and sort of that comes out on stage, because I just love both you guys as stand-ups and as people.
Thank you. We love
Do you love
too.
our baby?
I
don't know.
haven't met the
Jury's
baby,
still
but I'm
out.
sure we will.
Jury's still out. I've actually seen you walking around with the baby, and it
Yeah.
looks pretty damn cute.
She's cute.
She's cute.
Her
All right,
name's
Daniel.
Irene.
Irene.
No, her name's Amy.
Wait, that's my wife's name.
Randy's what?
No,
We
it's-
named her after Amy Schumer.
Oh.
and your wife.
Oh.
Both. It's a double. It's Amy, but it's superimposed. Amy.
Oh, that's
No,
really
so
nice.
we're
No,
not
we
saying
named
that-
her
we're not-
Jennifer.
Yeah, no, it's Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenny.
No, it's Rachel.
Oh,
No,
it's so Jewish. What is
no.
it? Can you say, or you're not going to
Yeah,
say
you can
it?
say it.
I just thought it was funny to say her name was Irene.
Her name is her real name.
Yeah.
now? Her name is Frida.
Frida.
Yeah,
beautiful.
little Frida Coco.
I love it.
And she's got a unibrow.
Hopefully.
That's so sweet. And while we're in the midst of telling people to go watch stuff and listen to stuff, please go listen to our Audible special, Sklars and Stripes. It's super fun, and you can get like a free 30
Get a
day.
free 30-day trial for Audible and get that thing. Or if you're an Audible user or member, I think you get one free book every month.
And so let this be your selection.
book. And if you get it, you get the comedy album Sklars and Stripes, the tour tapes for free. Please leave
Get
a
it,
review.
rate it,
It's
review
like
it.
podcasts. If you get it and rate it and review it and do it, it does such a wonder for us. And we'd like to someday make it a TV show. So the more we can have you guys,
Our core fans who support everything we do, the more you guys jump on board, the better.
Natasha and I are your core fans.
Yes,
Yeah, the two of
you
you.
two
I'm
guys.
looking directly at you,
how
Sam.
we can affect this.
You guys are our
I'll
core
five-star
I
it, but
just laid out how you can affect
I
it.
mean, it's just one 5-star
matter.
review.
It's
Let's do
coming
it.
from
Wait,
you.
speaking of Sklars and Stripes, we
Yeah.
never told you the name of our special.
Which was?
The Honeymoon stand-up special. So
Oh, Honeymoon
nice.
stand-up special.
Yeah.
Easy.
On
Love
Netflix.
it.
Check it out. All right, Daniel, do we have another story?
Yep. This was sent in by Aaron Black Sudduth. SUDDUTH.
Wow, you guys got other people doing the doing the research.
That's
nice.
it out.
Aaron
They really are
Whitney.
dumb.
ERINWHITNEY. Thanks, Aaron, for sending this in. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
A Burnside man was arrested Wednesday after allegedly calling out a 15-year-old juvenile to fight him while he wielded nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Did you call them nunchucks?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought they were nunchucks, and I've never let it go.
Nunchucks?
It's a classic way to
Yeah, it's in
You get
Northern
hit with it
Illinois.
and
I
you
think
go
in Northern Illinois.
That's where I'm from,
That's
too.
where I'm from Rochelle, Illinois.
I'm from Rockford.
You are?
We
I'm 20
definitely-
miles
What
south
if they
of
just
you.
started making out?
But we
the Illinois
definitely called it
greeting.
nunchucks.
It is nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yes.
So they make you numb when you get hit by it.
Yeah.
That's right.
What are those nunchucks?
So as an
Numb
older
nuts?
man said, "Fight me, boy," when he saw the
Yes.
nunchuck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's nunchucks and it's nun nuts. Right?
Yes.
You say, hey, nun nuts.
You can. I wouldn't have fought you on that.
When I was a boy, I did many stupid things when I was a boy. But when I was
Great title to a book.
the worst thing that I did, the dumbest thing that I did was there was some girl that we were all like stealing money from, and she just was tired of being abused by me and all of my friends.
Terrible.
Literally, this is a true story. She came out of her house with a shotgun and pointed it at us, and I, in my eternal gangster wisdom, ran toward her.
Whoa!
As if, how dare you pull...
Yeah. A shotgun on me.
I mean, seconds and inches. She, luckily, was, like, afraid enough and not willing to murder enough that she ran back inside the house.
And how much of a badass did you feel?
It took me a while to realize how unfathomably stupid that
Yeah,
was.
I'm glad.
that is.
Beyond.
You run
beyond.
towards the shotgun.
Kenneth Wayne Gill.
Kenny Wayne Gill.
Kenny Wayne Gill.
That is a man who comes with his own nunchucks.
That is a man
Yes.
who comes with his own nunchucks and only plays slide guitar.
Kenny Wayne Gill is the guy who knows every line to the movie
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Thank
Yes.
you.
I love that you gave no indication as to
I
what
know.
movie you were going to
It's
say.
That's simpatico right there. Wow.
They both just said that?
Yeah.
I
It's
just said
crazy.
Roadhouse for him. I completed
That
his
is really
I completed
crazy.
his
That was
dumb
it.
sentence.
That was it.
Kenneth Wayne Gill was arrested by Pulaski County Sheriff's Office deputy
Pulaski.
and
I
charged.
try to do that with Natasha, but every time the movie she fills in is Breakfast at Tiffany's. No matter what.
It's a great call.
Reference.
It's a great
I'm talking
call.
about.
Like when they were in high school and they got for detention and then they had to stay
Breakfast
at
at
Tiffany's.
Tiffany's.
Breakfast Club at
So
Tiffany's.
he's a cop. He's stuck in a high rise. It's Christmas. You know the movie.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah.
Hard. Kenneth
I
Wayne Gill.
love that moment in Breakfast and Tiffany's when she says to him, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Yippee-ki-yay, Tiffany.
What if they did that?
He was arrested, Kenneth Wayne Gill, by County Sheriff's Office deputy and charged with several offenses, including third-degree criminal trespassing, third-degree terroristic threatening, second-degree wanton endangerment, resisting arrest, carrying a concealed weapon, and impersonating a peace officer. According to the arrest citation, Gill approached a property on Holiness Church Road, where the owner of the property told the deputy that Gill stood in the roadway, spinning nunchucks and calling to a 15-year-old to come into the roadway and fight.
This
This
is
drugs
like
too, Mosh?
It
has
doesn't
to
sound
be.
like not drugs.
Youth. Maybe it's youth.
this to me
Yeah,
sounds
no,
like the
this guy's
plot of like
old.
a Tarantino
Oh, I thought he
movie.
was 15.
Kenny Wayne Gill.
No,
is
he's challenging a
He's threatening
15-year-old.
them.
That's drugs.
To give you a hint, I have not revealed the age of the man with the nunchucks.
Keep
yet.
that in your mind.
Okay.
Yes, but he's definitely an adult, and he goes into the roadway with nunchucks.
They're now nunchucks.
I'm trying to be
Nunchucks.
They are now
more-
become
You're trying to
none.
be like someone from the coast.
Yes.
someone fancy who goes
Yeah,
to cocktail
There's
parties.
so much of me.
Raymond Chandler, you know.
Nunchucks. There's so much of me that reeks Rochelle, Illinois,
Darling, get
that I'm
my
trying
nunchucks.
where I can.
Darling, am I nunchucks over there by the
How pissed do you have to be at a kid
Chateaubriand?
By the Great
to bring a
Poupon.
weapon to fight them if you're an adult?
Kids are really annoying.
They are, and teenagers suck.
We did a story once where a grown man threw down a 5-year-old at like a kindergarten like play date thing, and then wanted to fight the kid, and then when the cops got there, thought the cops were there to arrest the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he was
people-
so pissed off at this kid.
Kinda
This
can't
is a
hit a
guy.
kid.
Kenny Wayne Gill is a guy who always takes his shirt off to fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, so the second he takes his shirt off, if people want to stop the fight from having, they're like, put your shirt back on.
Right.
If you see Kenny Wayne Gill at a gas station, you'll ask him to look under the hood of your car because you think he works there.
Of course. Gill then allegedly
Kenny Wayne Gill fucked your wife. I mean,
exactly.
He did.
And has no remorse. Yes.
Kenny Wayne Gill allegedly stepped onto the property and claimed to be a Kentucky State Trooper.
You know how state troopers always carry nunchucks?
I'm going back. I'm taking it back. It's nunchucks.
I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the car.
Kenny Wayne Gill has the high score on 2 different Galaga machines right now.
KWG.
Yeah, exactly.
KWG is what it is.
KWG.
He allegedly stepped on to the property, said, I'm a Kentucky State Trooper. Gill,
Wow, you know what? I've been to Kentucky. I've met state troopers. I have never seen anger like this.
There he is.
2 stories tied together.
Gill, or as I like to think he wants to be called, the Gill. The Gill then allegedly hit a tree with the nunchucks.
Sure.
How many times has this guy been said, come on, man? Just whatever, like in his life, every Friday night.
Hey, Kenny, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Kenny,
come on.
Get down from there.
When the deputy arrived, he began searching for the suspect. Gill was located underneath a neighbor's porch. Whoa. How the mighty have fallen.
Like a stray dog.
I thought you were going to say Gill was standing next to the tree he'd hit, pretending to be a tree himself.
I mean, these people seem like they're all having fun. They're like burning down their friend's house. They're like hiding under a
name change pitch from Natasha. Fun people town.
Well, but by the way, that is actually, I love that you brought that up because I think that is a major part of it is that I think it's more fun to be dumb. Like, why would you be in your head thinking about this or that? But like, it actually is fun to do this stuff.
Yeah, these guys are getting out of the house.
They're just doing
shutting,
stuff.
They're unplugging.
It's like that. They're unplugging.
It's been hours since they've checked their email.
Listen,
They're not on screens.
I'm sick and tired of the weaponization of media that has become the screen culture. So I'm going to actually literally weaponize these nunchucks.
And in my mind, the whole time hitting the tree, standing in the yard. Yes, all of it. Every 4th or 5th, he accidentally hits himself, but tries to like play through it. Yeah. The whole time, he has one cigarette in his mouth that he has not taken out for a drag, but it is lit.
It's just hanging there.
It's just hanging there the whole time. So come on, motherfucker!
I mean, it's scary in Kentucky because what are the odds that someone's gonna have a gun?
High.
Yeah, so it's like.
But if you're good enough with the nunchucks, you can actually ricochet the bullets. Just depends on where you're at.
There's no way that guy doesn't also have a gun.
Wait, Moshe, you're saying if someone else has a gun, like I think Natasha's saying like how happy people must be when they're like, oh, he just has nunchucks. He's not. You were worried about the guy with the nunchucks.
I also picture him like threatening and yelling, and then he hears the cop sirens and starts heading towards the porch
under the porch.
Tells everybody who's watching, like, don't be a dick. Don't fucking tell him I'm under here. Like, guys, neighborhood rules.
Still whipping it around as he's like,
of course. Shh. Yeah, he's hitting the porch on his way in.
There's a raccoon under there. He's like, you come here, motherfucker.
The raccoon's got to say,
come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, you sweaty.
Whoa, the accent. Come on.
Turn about his fair play.
Come at me, bro.
Gill was located under the neighbor's porch. The citation also says that Gill was located in an orange pickup truck. I don't know how he's in 2 places at once or if he ran from one to the other.
Hey, you don't know how tall the porch was. He could have driven his pickup truck the porch.
There you go.
There you go.
While being arrested, Gill allegedly told the deputy he was an FBI agent.
Mm-hmm. And that could be true. That could be true under this current administration. That actually could be true.
But he is leaning, like, don't go back. Don't start being like, look, I'm not a cop. Go farther. Right. You're like, you're right. I'm not a cop. I'm an FBI agent.
I'm the Attorney General. I am the senior law enforcement agent in this country.
What do you think this means? This is the next 3 words. I'll read what I already read, and then the next 3 words. While being arrested, Gill allegedly told the deputy he was an FBI agent, then tensed up.
I like that he's loose at first. You know what, dog? I'm an FBI agent. It's like,
It could have been busted. That could have been his threat. Y'all are making me tense up right now.
You don't
want me to tense up.
See this vein in my neck?
Dude, you won't like me when I'm tense.
Don't. You see this vein in my neck? You don't want to see it.
He then had to be, quote, physically moved to the patrol car.
That's tense.
That is like kicked in the nuts.
This is so good. I'm going to show you guys a picture of Kenneth Wayne Gill.
God.
KWG.
And then we're going to have to guess his age. And by the way, I haven't seen him yet, but I am imagining that he is Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like, that's who I am imagining.
I'm imagining that he's super skinny.
When I saw his photo, when I put this together, I'm like, this guy still wears his Letterman jacket.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You ready for this? Look at this gentleman.
That's
I like
drunk,
him.
though.
He could be in like the
poor
Book
Kenny.
of Mormon. I like him.
He's got a scary smirk.
Great head of hair.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
He got his hair
I
cut
feel bad for him.
exactly 5 days ago.
Probably has bad teeth, though, because that's
You're not smiling.
A
'cause
weird
you're not
smirk.
Have any of the dumb people ever contacted you directly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do they like what you do or not so much?
Some do.
Yeah, okay.
sorry.
I'm dumb.
One does.
Yeah,
One does.
Yeah, we have, his name's Jan
Flato. He's the greatest person ever.
I heard about this.
Jan Flato's
Yes.
the greatest.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys.
Jan Flato is greato.
How old is Kenneth Wayne Gill? You've all seen his photo.
So now you see the
Everybody
picture.
can...
Okay.
41.
46.
46.
Second winner.
Second
It's going to
window.
work eventually.
Yeah, he's 44.
44.
I think he's 38.
Ooh.
38.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Kenneth Wayne Gill.
Is.
The master of the nunchucks, FBI agent, state
Calling
patrol,
out a
state trooper,
15-year-old. We don't know what the
He
15-year-old did to him.
is 36 years old.
Why is he so young?
These people look much older than they
Meth
are.
is
Live-
really
It's not-
bad for
it's
you.
not easy in dumb people
Man,
town.
every time you hit a tree with a nunchuck,
Yeah.
it takes like 6 months off
Well,
your
no,
life.
what happens is one of the rings goes from the tree into the nunchuck, into the other chuck, into your arm, into your body.
If we were to
Gain of
cut
years.
him in half, you
Yes.
would see 36 rings.
If you were to cut him in half, you could actually scrape some of it out, snort it, you would get high.
Yeah, that is meth. It's actually human
That
meth.
is Kenny Wayne Gill. There you go. Story
that.
2.
Yeah, man.
Down in the
Bless
book.
that
What a
story.
great one. What a great one. I wonder what the 15-year-old did to him to cause him to want to call him out. We never understood. We never learned
He
that.
questioned the fact that he was a nunchuck master.
Okay.
I just imagine Kenneth Wayne Gill getting out of his truck, seeing the kid in the yard, and just being like, the fuck you looking at?
Yeah.
And the kid just got up and went in his house, and that was enough.
That
for
was
Kenneth
like,
Gill.
get out here.
They also wrote
Get out here
something
and
in
get
this
your
article
medicine.
that I've never, in all the stories we've ever done, nobody's ever written this at the bottom. Readers are reminded that a charge is an accusation only, and that all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Usually, no one cares in Dumb People Town about saying any of that
Yeah, but
stuff.
usually they're not writing about a state trooper and FBI agent. In
You're
one.
right.
They
You're
gotta
right.
cover their bases.
You got to come
God,
correct if
I
you're
mean,
coming
this is
after
a guy
an
of
agent.
intense law enforcement pedigree.
That's right. Speaking of Get Out Here, that's the sequel, the whites only sequel to Get Out.
Get out here.
Get out here.
Get out here.
I got nunchucks. Get out
Get
here.
out here now.
I'm on your porch.
I'm
under your porch.
I'm under your porch. Give us a little taste of what we're going to see in this last segment.
There is an entrepreneur who also works at McDonald's.
Okay. Hey, man. It's like Sully McCullough's old bit.
You can't get fired from
Can't get
McDonald's.
fired from McDonald's. It was so great. He's like, he stabbed, so he knew someone who stabbed someone. He's like, you're on fries now.
Yeah.
Great bit. All right, one more segment to go. Dumb People Town. Natasha Leggero, Moshe Kasher. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to DPT. Our guests, we remind you once again, the Honeymoon
stand-up comedy special.
Honeymoon stand-up special.
Oh, that's right.
Honeymoon stand-up special. Of course,
only on Netflix. April 17th.
Is the honeymoon period over between you two, or is it still?
You still make her laugh. I love that. That's
she makes me laugh too. We have a lot of fun.
You guys make each other laugh a lot. Just in hanging out today, I've seen it firsthand, and you guys are tired.
No,
You're tired with a new baby. That's impressive.
Is the honeymoon over for the two of
to
you?
Me and Jason.
Yeah. We don't speak to each other.
That ended when we were
off mic. We will not speak.
No, Natasha.
I heard Hall and Oates are like that.
That's right.
They don't talk to each other.
Speak
because
but
I think
then they sing. They tour
then
together.
They sing together. Well, Oates can't handle Hall's thick Philadelphia accent. You know, he's got this. Hey, Daryl Hall, why don't you go grab me a Coke Zero out of the fridge?
That's offensive.
The fridge.
Hey, Daryl Hall, go grab a water ice. Yeah,
he can't handle it. He's like, I don't want to hear that.
But yeah, we're tired.
No, but Natasha and I get it. We get along real well. We love each other's company.
Yeah,
we love each other's company.
It was
we like our new baby.
Every night before we go to bed, I turn to her, I sort of stroke her cheek, and I say, "I love your company."
Yeah.
I remember when you're
talking about her LLC, the thing that she formed in order to get paid, so she doesn't have to pay that.
So she does.
I love your tax shelter.
Her S corp. I love your S corp so much. The shape of it is.
I
so
love
beautiful.
your S corp.
I'm gonna run my hands all down your S corp.
I love Another Period, and I meant to tell you that before we got done with this show. Such a great. It's a collection of let's just take some of the funniest people in the world, give them all a great character. There's so many people in that who the show could be about that character. That's what makes it so rich.
Moshe plays Dr. Goldberg. We should have him.
You think that the show could be about Dr. Goldberg?
Why not?
He wants
but you're right. Another Period is it's
brilliant.
It's the joke volume of 30 Rock taking place in Downton Abbey.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, like if the Kardashians moved to Downton Abbey. And then also had the joke ratio of 30 Rock.
Yeah, that's it.
It's on Comedy Central. I think you can buy it on iTunes.
Nice.
Watch it.
The first time I saw you did you play the hooker on
whoa.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Hey,
oh, yes.
Homie, hey,
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't.
Easy.
No,
I'm sorry. Put the nunchucks down.
I'm sorry. Did you play the horror on
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
He's mad at me because I didn't go deep enough. All right, I'm sorry. You played the horror.
I think the first 20 credits on my IMDb are pantsless hookers.
Yeah. By the way, you were so good in that, and I was like, oh shit, because I always knew you as a stand-up. I'm like, you're a great stand-up, but I was like, oh, she can act as well.
She could play a prostitute.
She can play. No, you were really good, and that was how fun was that?
It was
that show.
Was
I love
fun.
that show.
Yeah,
so
that was
much.
awesome.
So
Natasha's such a great actor. She really is. She's one of the best. To me, my mind, I'm married to her. I'm a little bit biased. One of the best comedic actresses.
She's the Meryl Streep of comedy.
You think I'm kidding?
You know what's funny is
she's
I
good.
Googled Meryl Streep, and I actually have more IMDb credits than her.
Of course.
Yeah, you do.
Which only means that I've just never been in a big hit.
Yeah.
So I just keep having to do things.
That's right.
Thank God.
So
God.
Amen.
That's actually not a good thing to have 95 credits on IMDb.
You want
you want to be in the sweet
You want 3.
You want 3.
The Godfather 1, 2, and 3. Take it.
But actually, Meryl Streep performed as Pantsless Hooker in The Remains of the Day.
Oh, she was so good as that.
Oh my God, she was amazing.
Meryl Streep was not in Remains of the Day.
I know. I was just trying to find a highfalutin.
I know, a high profile. She
Kramer versus Kramer.
Yeah, sure.
Pantsless Hooker and Kramer versus Kramer. All right, Daniel.
You want to do it?
Let's do the last one.
This is sent in by one of 3 Jared Thornburgs on the internet.
One of our favorite people to send in.
@00 negative. All right, here we go. According to a report, McDonald's employee named Taishir added his rap mixtape in the Happy Meals with a paper disc holder. On the mixes was printed the title of the project, Tales of a Real N-Word.
Respect.
You got to get your shit out there somehow.
Hell yeah.
You put
if
that
these
in
6-year-olds aren't on my shit, who will be?
I'm going to make this a real
I'm going to tell you
Happy
something.
Meal.
For real, Grimace was hard as fuck.
Yeah, sure.
Am I right? I mean, was he down? Was he street?
Why?
No, the
No, it was Grimace.
Hamburglar was hard as fuck.
Hamburglar was hard.
Hamburglar was like, look, man,
Hamburglar was a criminal.
it's in my name.
Mayor McCheese.
I dare you to
Dan
get some
McCheese hated the Hamburglar because that was the scourge. Every time he would come to town, the Hamburglar would be in the middle of the street with
Hamburglar
some
just
nunchucks.
burgled. Hamburglar just burgled. Grimace Grimace would sit on a motherfucker.
Were there any women in this crew?
That is true. What's happening with the Happy Meal?
I know.
McDonald's.
Is that part of
Do children under the age of 10 have any idea who these McDonald's characters are?
That's a good question. I do
At
not
this
know.
point right now, no.
No, right?
No.
They don't exist for
If
children.
Is Grimace a man, though?
I mean, definitely he's not a woman.
No, Grimace is a face you make.
Right.
Like, oh.
So this guy,
Ooh.
working at McDonald's, handing out all these Happy Meals every day.
Sure.
There was
very easy to believe.
This was a day where he thought to himself, this is my
this.
distribution
Yeah,
right
I got
here.
this.
Hey, y'all like hip hop? I'm for. Okay, y'all
That
like
does not answer my question. Do you like
Answer
hip
the
hop?
motherfucking No, he said, do y'all like hip hop to one kid?
Well,
like
also
hip
the way it's labeled too, like he's definitely going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And
That's
found
the thing,
out.
like, why put that? I mean,
That's the
in case
title,
anybody
Dan. You
doesn't
don't want to mess
assume-
with the title. It's
Anybody
his
doesn't
art.
assume, it doesn't say N-word. It says it. I just don't have the
if
right.
he were to
We
put-
knew.
Yeah,
you were
but
to put- If you were to put this out on a label, they maybe would have told him change the title, but he's self-putting this out.
Yeah.
What's the name of of it again?
Damn
Tails.
you.
Tales of a
real.
Tales of a real.
Tales of a real Grimace.
Yes.
Yeah.
A customer named Sarah Desmond said this: I bought a Happy Meal for my son, and inside came a mystery CD. I, like any other parent, would assume this CD was for children. I like when somebody does something, it's like, everybody would do
You
this.
know what, though? He's a real.
That's what a
That
real.
dude's real. I mean, that's a real ass shit to do. Just, fuck it, I don't care, man. I gotta get my
Get
stuff
it
out there.
I gotta get it out any way possible.
I would assume, like any other parent, would assume the CD is for children. You guys are parents. If you got your kid a Happy Meal and a just paper, like case holding
Sharpie
thing,
written.
yes. Would you
I'd be like,
would you
no.
look at it and be like, this has got to be for
No,
kids?
you already are a questionable parent by taking your kid to McDonald's. That's
No,
already.
wow.
I'm kidding.
I love it.
That's very elitist.
Oh, is it?
You're on the road.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, that is very elitist.
Why?
And
In and
before-
out is where I
It's
make
kind
them
of
go in and
disgusting
out.
of you.
Wow.
And McDonald's is good, and before 10 a.m. they serve breakfast at Tiffany's.
Wow.
Good
Nicely
bring
done.
around.
Thank you, Ray Kroc.
I would eat an Egg McMuffin if you paid me.
You would?
Yeah.
How much?
It's just not the.
I'd actually
You
eat it
just
for
don't
free.
feel good. You just don't feel good after you eat that stuff.
Even an Egg McMuffin?
Yeah, you
it's
just
bad.
don't feel good.
But
It's,
would any
I
of you be pop this in the car with the kid and be like, well, it's in your Happy Meal?
No, you'd be like, someone dropped this in here. I'm
Sarah
sorry.
thinks that any other parent would do what she did. I played the CD in my car for
Dope.
my son
Love it.
while we drove home, and Lord Jesus have mercy on Taishir. The mixtape was dreadful. That's all she said. She's not saying I'm offended.
She's now.
That's the
talking
worst
about
thing
the
she could say to him.
The quality, yeah. Like
You're whack. Your style is whack. You
Yeah.
got no flow. You're garbage, Ty
Literally,
Shear.
listen to this quote. Not only was it completely inappropriate, but it was also the weakest set of bars I've ever heard.
this woman is like,
Sarah.
wow. He's gonna show up with nunchucks at her house.
Can we hear a little track? Or
Oh,
no?
I looked. I wish so much.
Taishir, send
I bet
it
we
in.
could contact him.
Oh, yeah.
He would send you some.
We'll play it on the
contacting you
podcast,
right
bro.
now. Anybody who knows Taishir, get it in.
Get us a track.
There
We'll
should
play
be
it.
like a radio show that goes to Hollywood Boulevard and anyone handing out CDs
Oh, that would be
plays
awesome.
them
Yes.
and interviews the people.
Oh my God! I would lose
It's
all your
called
sponsors.
Nobody's Listening.
Oh, you suck at MCs.
It's called "There's
What
a
if you get
Reason You're in a
comedians?
Spider-Man costume."
You could get comedians to roast them and explain to
I
them.
think that would be
killer
hilarious.
show. That would be a
I'm not
killer show.
surprised that the mixtape was not good, considering his marketing
Yeah,
technique
exactly.
and strategy.
Essentially, what you're saying is doing the radio version of the Gong Show. It's like
Yeah.
street justice or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
But also, how do people hand out CDs anymore? Like, I have
know.
CDs and DVDs that I can't play
Right.
because the computers don't have DVD players
Right.
anymore.
Some do.
And the cars don't have CD players.
Some
There are
do.
some that, yeah.
Some do.
New ones?
I don't know.
I only drive new cars.
Now who's elitist?
I
just
hate
want-
new cars,
I
but
only drive new cars. I drive a car once,
And that's
I return it to the dealership, and I ask for another.
Bring me a new one. Bring me another car.
I am to cars as Chris Hardwick is to ties. One and done.
I am to cars like Kentucky basketball players are to the University of Kentucky.
One and oh, wait.
It is believed that Kasher had been sneaking his mixtape in Happy Meals for some time. Which to me, I want him
Which means no one has said anything until this person.
Right.
Also, I hope that he was like, my stuff's out there, guys. Like, I've got distribution. I'm moving
Sarah
30 to 40 CDs a day.
What's funny about this is, like, I could see if you, like, worked at Interscope or you, like, were an intern somewhere where people who actually could make a difference probably aren't going to help you, but at least you're trying to move it along.
Right.
But it's like this to a toddler.
Viral. Get them young. It's like cigarettes marketing in the 80s.
Get them in. Get them on board.
Start them young. No, you're totally right. Like, what is his best hope?
What's the end
They'll
game?
be 14 soon.
They don't even. They can't buy your next album.
No.
Maybe he's just trying to get rid of stock.
Oddly,
Wait, you're saying they can't buy your next app? They can if they get a McRib.
I'll
tell you that much.
He's got a 12-meal deal with.
Oddly, no parents before Sarah Desmond had confronted Kasher or even bothered to speak to the store manager about the mixtape.
What I love about
because he has his name on it, so it's like not that hard to figure out.
Actually, it says Kasher, the fry guy.
Yeah. What I love about his mixtape is the hot side is hot and the cold side is really cold.
Experts, who these people would be, I do not know. Experts believe the parents and children might actually have enjoyed the trap beats included in the mixtape.
Experts?
I have no idea.
What experts?
Experts? What? Hi, I'm nunchucks.
I am
my
Expert
belief.
on trap.
Yeah.
What?
Expert on trap beats.
Kasher has since been fired from McDonald's.
Oh, he's the only one who's ever been fired.
His name is so close to the word cashier. I want him to.
And you know what?
You know that's a line.
The saddest part is when he got fired, that was the only time he's ever had anything that was that fire.
Yeah, that's the hottest he's ever gotten fired.
He was fire.
I'm going to ask you guys.
His firing was lit.
How many weeks had Kasher been dropping mixtapes before?
This is a great question.
Before anyone complained that he had weak ass bars.
You know my answer, right?
Yeah.
46. 46 weeks.
46 weeks on the
I'm
charts.
gonna say 2 months, 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Okay.
Jay?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, Jason Sklar.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Because there had to have been another Susan out there.
Do you think he rapped about working at McDonald's?
Hell yes.
Because you said Kasher can rhyme with cashier.
Right.
I bet he rapped about his mom.
Yeah.
Right.
He did a cover.
But his mom was also actually named Big Mac, so.
Biggie.
I just thought of a question that I've never thought of.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you go to a rap concert, do they ever do covers?
I can answer that question directly.
Sure.
Because I haven't been to many.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yes.
In his titular, it was not titular, but his big album Doggy Style,
yes,
which came out after the Chronic, was the first, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, except for Walk This Way, which was Run DMC, which was different because they did it as a collaboration.
Sure.
So about Atomic Dog?
No, he did Lottie Dottie by Slick Rick, and it was the first, I believe, the first cover, mainstream cover a hip-hop artist ever did, and he was self-conscious about it, and it had never been done before, and in fact, he starts the song, Gotta Say What's Up to My N-word, Slick Rick. For those who don't like it, eat a dick. But for those who are with me, sing that shit. And it goes a little something like this. So it had never been done before, and he released it, Lottie Dottie, and since then it's been done, not as much as with rock music, but it's been
because
done
like you go to rock, and a lot of times they'll do a cover or two as part of their encore or something like that, but that almost never happens with hip-hop music, right?
Yeah.
Nobody covers anybody.
Not as much.
No. Okay, here we go. Sorry, that struck me in the head, and I wanted to ask. The amount of weeks.
Good thing I was here. I mean, most people
Thank you.
wouldn't
Yeah.
You are an expert.
I am an expert.
How are his trap beats?
You're a trap expert.
I actually wrote a book about my experiences in the hip hop community.
Here it comes.
And it's called The Diary of a Real Moshe Kasher. No, it's the Diary of a Real Netflix special coming out April 17th.
The Honeymoon comedy
Circle
special.
gets a square. All right. The amount of weeks that Kasher, who I'm hoping I've been saying this right the whole time, Tyshaer,
Kasher.
The amount of weeks he had been dropping his mixtape into Happy Meals for kids with nobody complaining until Sarah was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I
but
win
they
again.
think he had.
But that was confusing because you said for some time.
I know, that's what they wrote.
Sometime.
And the experts think for those 2 weeks.
It's like when
That's
we
pretty
talk
long.
about your baby. Our baby's 6 weeks old, and then eventually you'll be like, our baby's 2 months old, and then eventually you'll be like, our baby's 39 months old.
Yeah. Well, they
Don't
said that
ever do that.
He
Don't do
possibly got his mixtape into up to 300 Happy Meals.
Good for him.
That's good, man. That's great distribution.
It's going to be a collector's item.
Taishir.
So that means he had to
that shut down?
There we go.
This one's for Taishir.
And agreed. All right, guys, those are my stories.
Love it.
I love it. All right, before we get out of here, speaking of rap CDs that were distributed, you know, a lot of people, hip-hop CDs, a lot of people have had humble beginnings, and I did not know this, but our very own Mark Wahlberg, who occasionally checks in with the show, left us a voicemail about his first rap, self-produced rap CD, hip-hop CD, and here's his voicemail.
You have one new voice message.
What's up, DVK? What's up, Sklars? So, dudes, sounds to me like you got an entrepreneur in your hand, all right? I don't understand what the big problem is with some dude putting his mixtape into a Happy Meal. What's wrong with that? Sounds to me like that dude's going somewhere. Sounds to me that dude's got hustles. I bet he's also got a brother that doesn't make a mixtape, a brother that got wrapped up in some other group, and then he's just riding those coattails, and then they're going to end up about 1999, and then he'll do like one scene in M. Night Champ, whatever that director dude, whatever his name is, okay? But this dude, he's the Happy Meal dude, and I happen to know something about that, because back in the day, we had a Hardee's on Dorchester Avenue, and I didn't work there, but I would stand outside, and when people would order their big cups, I would knock the cup out of their hand and say, listen to this, and I would hand them a tape cassette. You know who was on that tape cassette? I was, because I happen to know something about being a hustling dude, all right? And that's what this Happy Meal guy is. So don't hate the dude, and don't hate the game. Wish you were in on it, but you're not. Maybe you'll get caught up in some group, and you guys can go on tour and do like cruises for cool dudes and chicks in their 40s that, I don't know, the guys and dudes, they just hang on to their past. All right, I don't want to get into that. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. There we go.
I can't believe he distributed that at a Burger King.
Yeah, that seems
so
odd and a weird choice.
But you know
Strangely, it was also called Diary of a Real
and that's why it was so interesting. And that was
M-word.
I mean, it's a whopper of a title.
Yeah. M-word.
Yeah,
it's a whopper.
I don't say the M-word. I don't say the M-word in front of other people. I
wouldn't say it in front of him.
I wouldn't either.
I don't think I'm right
It's
to.
offensive to say Marky Mark in front of Mark Wahlberg as it is to say the N-word in front of a black man.
The special on Netflix, it drops today. It is called the Honeymoon comedy special, Natasha Leggero Moshe Kasher. Then go back and watch Moshe's first stand-up special on Netflix if you haven't seen it. It is in Oakland. It is
electric.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So fast, so funny.
It's no longer on Netflix, but you can get it on various
you can get it on various
forms
things.
of media.
Find it. It's funny.
I think it's
amazing.
on ComedyCentral.com. They bought it. But yeah, but you've got...
Another
today.
period.
Today. You do this today, it'll make you happy. And then
stand-up special.
Go pick up Sklars and Stripes and the album Sklars and Stripes, the tour tapes. And
on Audible.com.
Audible.com. We love you guys, and oh shit, we got to get back to work.
It's a good show.